Hello, Cerulean Tubers, and welcome back. Let's play Cerulean Crescent with me, Cerulean Ankylo. This is episode 3. We're just getting started here, and just uploaded the first video. Nice to see everyone chatting in the comment section, and some pretty good feedback already. So feeling good about playing some more game. So let's get to it. Dear Mother, it was simple. Breaking into a small tomb as practice for the big prize. The undead came pouring out of the walls, and we still ran into some bandits on the way out. Despite our victory, we are barely richer. If these are the adventures the Crescent is known for, I may be regretting my decision. Your loving daughter, Ellery. I will mention here that the little story bits here are generally written first person from one of the characters. For now, Ellery will be most of them, but eventually we'll see some other characters writing them. I really like the storytelling direction here, actually. It's nice to get a, it's less like, I don't think this game has like a narrator like a lot of the Fire Emblem games do, like the mainline games, where the narrator just tells you what's going on. And sometimes they got some good voice actors and stuff. I think Three Houses I liked a lot, the guy that did that. But, it's actually kind of nice having the characters tell the story as they go. Anyway, Aberdoop, or whatever that's supposed to say. Friendly locals. Yep. Which means they're not friendly and they're not local. I hope the others aren't too worried. We're a full day behind the planned departure. Yvette's probably worried. The twins have probably scampered off somewhere. I'm sure the twins are doing just fine. There's no need to worry. I hate to interrupt, but there's someone fast approaching. I finally found you people. I recognize you from the village. What are you doing out here? Give the girl a second to catch her breath. You look like you've just run quite the distance. Rumors have been that your group has come into a massive sum of wealth while exploring. Some folk have been overcome by greed. They're going to ambush you at the harbor. You've only been out there for barely a night. How could they already know? The only reasonable explanation is that the pirates were connected to the villagers. One of them made it back to tell them. Is the village elder aware? Aware? He's the one leading them. Damn it all. I hesitate to ask the status of our companions. I didn't see him. I went to search for you as fast as I could. Looks like we're going with the old song and dance. Old song and dance it is. I'll gather the rest. It's time for some chopping. We're thankful for your efforts in warning us. Please, take this as our thanks. I don't want that. Please let me come with you. Are you sure about that? Heading deeper to the Crescent's no happy adventure. We got quite the good odds of ending up in a shallow grave. Besides, your family would be worried sick. I'm an orphan. Uh-oh. Classic Fire Emblem orphan. No one will really miss me. Please, this is my chance to leave for good. We really do need any extra hand we can muster. Are you really committed? There's no room for regret. Am I really recruiting a young orphan? Alice, forgive me. I was committed the moment I came to you. If they saw, I'd be dangling from a tree. Everyone's packed and raring to go. You should be leaving, girl, for your own safety. It's fine, Tower. We're taking her with us. Can I entrust her to you for now, Oriana? Thank you, Captain. My name is Gecko. I will work as hard as I can. Welcome to the crew, Gecko. You can trust us to protect our own. Good spirit. We're not afraid of some riled-up villagers with pitchforks. Let's grab our ship and leave this damn place. Not so spug now, huh? I'll make you pay for humiliating me. Is your self-esteem so little that you'll hold such a grudge? You must have slipped something in my drink. There's no way I could have lost. I'm the strongest on the Crescent. Big words for someone who got toppled by me in seconds. We'll settle this slowly, painfully. Lock her in the brig. Pah, feel free to take me on even with your lackeys, craven scum. That's our archer. We'll see them later. You shouldn't be doing this, Dirk. It's a bit much. We're planning on killing and robbing these folks, Grandpa. What's another grudge settled while we're at it? This isn't some uncouth banditry. It is they who have taken treasures from our land. It belongs to us by right. Sure, Grandpa. Anyway, as long as we sink the ship, no one will find it. Besides, their Captain Valen is absent along with half the original crew. It's just some little girl and a few greenhorns now. It'll be easy. Elder, they're coming. They look armed and ready. Could they suspect already? I think I saw Gecko. Damn that brat, I knew that daughter of a beep would turn to no good. Let's not get demonetized the first 10 minutes. I should have drowned her in the sea as soon as her mother died. There's far more of us than them, grandfather. They're a skeleton crew. And we'll make them skeletons soon enough. I doubt it'll make any difference to me, the great jerk. I suppose. Alright, men. Time to take back what's ours. Let's get 'em. Looks like a fight's about to break out. We got a chance of... Oh, this is the one. Hey, looks like a fight's about to break out. We got a chance of looting in the chaos. Give me a moment, Locke. According to Babar Vaughn's analysis of the multifaceted human digestive system, running after eating is likely to be detrimental to my personal health. I also just want to point out here, he's got a double eye patch. It reminds me of a certain character from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, actually. Fine, I'll scout ahead. We'll meet after you've digested those poor chickens. And I can easily eat a 6th. Now, go do your thing, will you? I wonder why 6th is red. I wonder if there's like a special number of chickens. Getting to 6 chickens is important. I actually don't know if that's true. This is just a guess. But there's definitely some chicken side questing that we'll have to talk about at some point. Now, go on, do your thing, will you? Zoomies. I was talking big, but this music is sometimes hard to hear. I want to mention early on, I forgot to mention this, but already getting content ID copyright claims for some of these remixed GBA MIDI tracks. It's insane. I know this song from somewhere. Sorry, the names, it'll come to me eventually, but the music is great. I don't know, it can't come to me. Anyway, I was talking big, but I didn't want another fight for my life this soon. Here we go. Sorry, Captain. I was just doing one of my traditions. What's that? Bit silly, really. As a kid, I begged some performer to teach me some tricks. He taught me this way of fortune-telling with cards. I know it's pretty useless. Is this, from, Lufia 2? I think it is. It's one of the boss themes, isn't it? Yeah. It's different, obviously. It's not quite the same as the original, but... he taught me this fortune-telling. I know it's pretty useless, but it soothes the nerves a bit. Well, what does it say? I could use some reassurance, even non-existent. 9! Okay, we got a 6 and a 9. I see what they're... Great misfortune. Haha. Fortune-telling is such a joke. Yeah, it's definitely a joke. Alright, nice. Escape maps. Have a minimum number of deployments, sure. I mean, it's kind of like Thracia, I guess. If total number... So if you let too many people die, you have to deploy everybody, sure. It's not going to be a real problem, because we're just going to reset if someone dies. I mean, you know how it is. Okay, so we can only deposit our 7 out of 7. Gecko is the new one, so we should do a quick view of her, because we're going to get a lot of units really in the early game really quickly, and to be honest, there's a lot of units in this hack as well, so we got to stay on top of things. Gecko! She starts at level 1, she's a villager. She has a frying pan. She might remind you of someone from Awakening, I think it was. Was it Awakening? Yeah. Are her growths any good? Yes! Yes, they are. 60 for strength, magic, skill, speed, 100 for luck. Not a lot of defense. So basically, amazing resistance growth, like super mage killer. Just a little bit low on defense. Everything else is amazing. Gecko, an orphan who really wants to see the world, presumably due to her childhood, deserves a better place. And a regular citizen that's surprisingly dangerous but still dies instantly. So all she can do is use swords. She's completely untrained. Her starting stats are trash. Her growth rates are great. She has Gale Force. Now, if you haven't played certain Fire Emblems, you might not know Gale Force, but it's pretty iconic nowadays. It only works once, though. It doesn't chain like some really broken games where you can just kill something, get another turn, kill something, get another turn, and just kill the entire map. I'm pretty sure she only gets it once per turn. So she does get automatic 2 turns as long as she kills. And, of course, there's dancing and refreshing and stuff that can help out. But, yeah, she's pretty good. I mean, I used her on my last playthrough, and I couldn't imagine not using her again. I mean, the problem is there's too many units, and I can't use them all. But I would feel remiss if I didn't show this one off. And we also just happened to get an item. I'm just going to clean up some inventory here real quick. I might end up doing some of this off camera in the future. Just sorting out inventory is not always the best content for, the beginning of an episode. But for now, I'll show you my preps. But like I said, sometimes that takes a bit too long as we get a bigger and bigger group. Just putting some garbage into this convoy, trying to... I will go over using some of these early on, because trying not to hoard stat items. Although it is difficult, because like if I invest stat uppers, like plus 3 HP, to a unit that I bench later on, it feels like I really wasted them. Even though I got some value out of them for the first few chapters, it still sucks if you like use a consumable permanent rare item and then, ditch the character eventually anyway. But what I will do here is use some aged wine, because you can give this to anyone. I was definitely planning on giving it to Ellery, and her growth could be a little better too, but Gecko is literally level 1 all growth, and just pumping that up a little bit early on, I think, will just guarantee she turns out well. Don't worry, we can get more than just this one, so you wish it was 10%. It's still not bad though. So just like that, now we're at 65s and stuff, so just a little bit more likely to turn out awesome. Oh, I should go over her personal weapon as well, don't let me forget. So sure, iron sword, whatever. Frying pan, special weapon. Same weight, a little bit more damage, also really good crit rate, interestingly enough. Reduced chance of being targeted, I don't know if that works. It's kind of like Shade in some of the other games. Does that mean it does anything? I don't know. But it does give you speed and defense, which is good, and it auto-repairs, so it's sort of free, and it has a good crit rate. So it's totally good. It's just the reduced chance of targeting. I don't know if you can really rely on that. I don't know how the enemy AI works that well, but yeah, that's Gecko. So what other items do we have to maybe take? I've got HP up. Let me just have a quick scan through 30, 28... Lindros is the mage. He doesn't need them that badly. Mince is our tank. He could get some value out of hit points. Could just pump everything into Gecko. I think I'm just going to put it into Ellery for now. So let's eat some rice. I'm going to try to remember to use these. I have a habit of just hoarding them. I think when I first played through this hack, I saved basically all my stat uppers until literally the last chapter, and then I just fed them to whoever randomly. It's not efficient at all. It's rather getting the bonuses early on is way better. But like I said, I have a buyer's remorse or whatever if I use the items and then stop using the main character. Stop using the character. We do have some sellable items, rare ores, the IOU. They're just sellable, which we might as well do, I suppose. Just someone with a bit more inventory space. There is some reasons for some side quests later on to hold on to some of these rather than selling them. But for now, the funds are just way more important, so... Let's just sell the IOU and the rare ore. I don't think there's any reason to really hold on to them right now. Technically we have the armory and preps, but they only ever sell basic set of gear. So sure, you'll never run out of iron weapons and the basic tomes for the different things. But yeah, this shop will never expand. It's always just the basics. So I generally won't be buying any of that unless we're really running out of stuff. Okay, anything else? So monster chops are tricky. You lose a lot of luck for a small bonus to your other stats, which is good. Luck is not always the most important thing. The thing is, some characters really need their luck. So Ellery, for instance, right, adds her luck to her damage and defense when she attacks with it, with that specific weapon. So dropping her to 4 luck kind of sucks, right? On the other hand, her luck growth is decent, so she'll probably get it back eventually. Some characters have considerably better luck growth than others, so... Gecko, I think, I don't know what her cap is on luck. I don't know how high she can get it. But if she is likely to max out her luck and then just waste the levels up that, you can't grow any higher, at that point, perhaps trading 6 points of luck that you'll grow back later for, 1 to the other stats is worth it. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'll want to do. I'm not going to eat it yet because I think -6 luck is a bit too harsh early on. That's... in this game, and this is one of those things that changes a little bit between Fire Emblems, but luck is hit rate, avoid rate, and crit avoid. And a lot of enemies have a little bit of crit, and random crits, like random 1 to 3%, like low percent crit rates, I hate them so much. This is one of my big problems with playing Thracia, actually, is like, if you're fighting a lot of enemies, like bolting and long range stuff, that they get a lot of chances, it's very hard to protect your group from inevitable bad luck. They get a crit, you die, the end. Either reload or, whatever. just live with it, I guess. But it still sucks. It feels really bad when someone dies to a random crit. So having 0 luck is bad. Having like 10 luck is probably enough most of the time. So anyway, that's my argument. Don't use that yet, is my suspicion. I don't think I talked about Chef's Brew. It's just like a vulnerary that's a bit better, right? I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. There are some other alternative uses for those things. But yeah, it's basically the same as a vulnerary, except you can use it more often. So that's that. Anything else we picked up that I should look at? Oh, I'll give Fireball to our mage. I'll give Halberd to someone with axes. Well, maybe. Let me look at the map quick. I don't want to spend too long here, but if there are horses, and yeah, there's definitely some horses. I see a couple enemy horsemen. So yeah, having a Halberd, which is, I mean, again, I'm assuming everyone knows all the vanilla items pretty well, but I guess I can explain some of those. So Tower could use it, but so could Pomelo. We'll let him have it. Halberd is super effective against cavalry, basically. It's not a bad... Actually, I feel like the hit rate is pretty good. I've seen some of these, like, whatever you want to call these, like, super effective weapons, like halberds and rapiers, kind of like that. There's a few things. Armor Slayer, I guess other than the rapier, they tend to have kind of bad hit rates because they're, like, you know, niche weapons. But in this game, I mean, this is a solid weapon on its own. 8 weight and 10 might is good. But it is low number of uses, kind of expensive, but you want to focus on horses for it. And then, yeah, the Fireball. I guess I should teach you guys how all these new spells work. This one's definitely different because not only does it do some damage, it has an AoE, percentile effect. Very much synergizes, I think, with Pomelo's Powder Blast. So you can do that doubled. If you hit, if there's a bunch of enemies all grouped up, if you can figure out the movement, you can basically get any creature down 66% with no, like, there's nothing they can do about it. They just take all that damage with no counters, nothing. So depending on the setup, that is a really, like, without spoiling the late game necessarily, just imagine if you had a boss that was, like, immune to crits and counter-killed everybody with a range 1 to 3 super attack, and you had no way to safely attack them. But you could Fireball, etc. somebody up here, and he would take 33% damage of his health. If you could do it 3 times, I don't think it kills them, but it'll set them at 1 HP. At which point, and we could already do that, like, pretty easily between Dancing and Ellery's refresh. We could already, area of effect damage down a boss to 1 HP and then just finish them off with anybody like Gecko. We're not going to do that very often, but just keep that in mind. Like, that's a emergency, we're having a bad day kind of thing. Is there anything else? I mean, I could buy some iron weapons, but that doesn't really matter yet. So yeah, we'll save the rest of the prep for later. We can't do anything with a broken sword, but don't throw it out. I highly recommend holding on to that. It's a very special sword that was broken. Alright, let's get to work here. 18 minutes in, I haven't even started. That's classic Fire Emblem experience. What I do recommend as well, especially in, well, any Fire Emblem, but especially ones like hacks with new skills and stuff, is to take a quick run through the roster to see if there's anything unique. Now, they'll warn us a little bit when skills start popping up. So for now, I don't think any enemies will have skills, but it's not quite like some of the Fire Emblem games, like Fire Emblem Conquest on some of the higher difficulties. Like, every enemy has a batch of, like, up to 5 skills. It gets really hard to keep track of. This game doesn't add that many, but you've seen some of the player skills that are overpowered. Enemies get some of those too. So it's good to skim through to see if there's anything, like, notable for skills. Also, like, droppable items or weapons or unique, like, armor slaying. So I'll try to, like, skim through these. Now, the boss, obviously, is going to have something unique. Curved axe, you can see that ×4 weapon triangle. So if you use a lance against this guy, he's going to get plus 12 might and plus infinity hit rate. It's pretty good. So keep that in mind if he pulls that out. Another crate we can loot for some money item, basically, like a gem from the base game. So yeah, obviously not a whole lot to talk about in this map, but in the future, I think it's a good practice to check those. What's happening? Those men on our ship look armed, and I don't see Yvette anywhere. Damn. We should assume the worst, then. These are the twins, if you haven't gathered. Look this way. It's Tower and the rest. Let's go join them. I don't like how this looks. I think we might have a better chance against the mob. Because Tower is going to kill us. Yeah, it's possible. Elder! There's a Pegasus and a rider coming from the other road. Take a few men, cut them down. Take that archer with you. Don't let him get to the rest. I guess we better cover 2 more units. I would feel bad if I didn't cover it. So, Riker and Raylan, the twins. I used them both quite a lot. I used basically all the starting characters a lot on my first playthrough. I had a hard time benching anybody. But let's talk about these 2. Riker, our first cavalier. Not a strong fellow. That's a lie. His strength is terrible. But Riker's horse does all the heavy lifting for him. A bit hot-headed, but courageous. Lance Cavalier. So I had a hard time using Riker. I did use him for like half the game, and eventually was one of the ones I ended up benching and then brought back at the end. He gets Super Canto, so that's great. But all mounted units get that, so it's not too rare. And technically, Mintz gets it as well. But, 7 movement, Canto is great. This is the real one, though. So, his stats are kind of garbage, but as long as his hit points is nearly full, he basically gets Brave effect with his weapons for free. The doubling of the Brave style weapons. I don't think it stacks with Brave, so if you give him a Brave Lance, he doesn't get, 8 attacks or anything. But that would be cool. But the thing is, you look at his stats, you're like, wow, 0 defense. So if he takes any damage, he's going to lose that. And, his skill and speed are decent. The growths for skill, speed, luck are all decently good. But he's never going to get any defense or resistance. His strength is going to be rough. And lots of attacks with low strength don't necessarily help if the enemy has good defense. So, I think he can be good, but he might be one of the weaker starting ones, honestly. And it's hard to say that, because he can literally, 1 or 2 shot at full health. I mean, you just see, right? If I move him to attack someone that he's got advantage on. I mean, the problem is, he has to kill them on his first 2 attacks. So this is a little different than the normal if you're not familiar with the interface. This isn't I attack, he attacks, I attack, like normal. Because it's the Brave effect, it's I attack twice, and then he dies. So there is no counterattack. So, this is totally safe. But he is very fragile. So, anyway, that's Riker. I would say great skill, terrible stats overall. Maybe if you have strength boosters, you could get him up there, or just really good weapons. And, I mean, he's mounted, so he's fast. There's always a ton of mounted utility, but it's a tough sell. He does get some support with Raylan, so if he's near her, that's +2 damage, I think, which with Brave is +4 damage, so it's even better, right? There's definitely some good things. But I'm not as impressed with him as some of these other overpowered units. And then Raylan, our first Pegasus. Actually, very similar unit overall. She gets more resistance, but not a ton. She's not a classic mage-slaying Pegasus like some games give you. And her speed is good, but again, not crazy good. And again, she could suffer from poor strength easily. Or she could end up being a magic fighter because she's a sword. So she'll have access to magic swords, wind sword, flame sword kind of thing. And she probably will have decent enough magic, although the growths are pretty sketch at 35 and 40. There's no way Raylan got her Pegasus through legitimate means. But we need a scout. Cool-headed and calculating. And then aerial troop who can complain that lances are too heavy for their thin arms. Now, to be fair, Pegasus tend to have bad constitution, so swords are beneficial in that they don't weigh them down. But they don't do much damage, and her strength sucks, so it's not always that easy to get a kill with her. So what can she do? Canto, Super Canto, great. Swap is fun. I don't use this a ton, or at least I don't generally remember it. But another repositioning ability is always good. And then this is her sort of unique. Lets her heal allies at the beginning. I think it's the beginning of each turn, the start of a round. So if you put... It does synergize with Riker quite well, right? If he takes some damage, but we survive, or on enemy phase he takes a hit. At the beginning of player phase, he'll heal up 33%, which might put him in range of his Brave weapons again. So they obviously have a great synergy together. They're designed to work together. And I don't think they're bad, but I kind of think there's other units that are just way better. So anyway, let's get to it. I've spent lots of time yapping again. So clearly there's an axe guy and a sword guy right next to us. And then we'll have to defend against another sword guy. So this guy won't move. We want to stay probably out of range of the Cavalier in the forest, unless we can kill him from the right side. But we might draw this guy over, so we just got to remember that. we want to stay out of the way of... Definitely want to stay out of the range of any archers. So we're going to go up and right, I think, with these two. So what I'm thinking is I want to end with Riker drawing this guy out, not in the forest, so I want to leave him, like, here. And then have Raylan behind him, maybe up here, so that this guy attacks Riker, and then at the beginning of the turn, Riker gets healed. I think that's the most efficient. And we can check who needs the support bonus, but... Oh, I guess we have a new weapon here, too. This is not personal. This is just a... I think we saw a boss that had it last time. These are cool. Rondell daggers are neat. Enemies don't get counters. They ignore enemy defense, but, you know, the damage is trash. So they're very interesting weapons. Definitely not bad. I think I'm willing to risk a 20% counterattack. That's tiny. And with 2 RNs, it's even less than that, I think. Don't ask me to do the math for the random number system, but just trust that low numbers are lower and high numbers are higher. And we did enough to Kanto up. Not that I'm sure she could take a hit here, but I'm trying to think, like, how do we really maximize some of our moves here? And sure, Riker's going to look amazing killing these low-level enemies on his showcase map. Generally, the map the characters join on, they get to show off a little bit. It's good design. Yeah, so he'll take a hit, probably, and then just get healed up, and then we'll just kill everything else. Unless the right side ends up killing more things. So, like I said last episode, and I'll remind everybody, my main priority here for every turn will be trying to get a good refresh from Ellery. So ideally, I'd like her to kill somebody. She does need to talk to Gecko. Gecko would also like to kill things, because she can refresh herself. But she's not going to be able to do any of that at level 1 without some help. Or a lucky crit, I guess. So, I think I want Ellery to kill the sword guy. We just need a little bit of chip damage there, or we could use the Fenian if we want. And then that'll refresh at least 2 people. So maybe ideally I chip this guy and then kill with Gecko. And that opens up a space for someone else to get refreshed. Not a lot of threats. The only thing that can move up, I guess, like this square is not safe. And axe guy on a horse. Just gotta be a little bit careful here. But yeah, Ellery's spot is protected. So I think mage... I'm thinking trying to get Gecko to kill the mage after she gets a kill. I have a hard time not wanting to train up my growth units. It's just in my nature. Let me... It's kind of difficult to chip. I need to get like a 2-range junk weapon for tower. I mean, this is fine. He'll take a little bit of damage, but he'll set up. He's a little bit in the way, but that's okay. I think she's got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, she can't actually make it. She has to be in that tile. It's okay. I'll just put the tower down here. Good job, tower. I might end up swarping him out of there just because he took some damage, but... Okay. So Gecko, she gets to show her moves. Yeah. I mean, I highly recommend training growth units that you get at the very beginning of the game. She's going to get a lot more experience per kill than most units, and the Gale Force is just so good. Alright, so if we can do 14 damage or so, maybe 12 is enough technically, then we can kill that one. What am I thinking? I also need a little bit of damage here. Could just dance for tower. Yeah, I wish I had hand axes. This is definitely when it would be nice to have a couple of those things. So yeah, the main counter for this guy would be getting the halberd guy over there. We could dance him over, probably. I'm a little bit worried about that guy. How serious do I want to be about this first turn? We could, oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. This is smart. I think this is smart. We're gonna bring the cavalry that's kind of the speedy threat over. And then that should be an easy one shot, right? Not even remotely close. I mean, this is overkill by a long stretch, but hey, trying to show off my cool new halberd. Yeah, absolutely destroyed. And then Lindros is good for setup because he's got good resistance, so he doesn't take much damage, and this sets up the kill for Gecko. Or, well, whoever you want, really. To be fair, we already have a kind of layout that we could set up Ellery pretty well as well. Would that be better? Honestly, that might not be too bad. Definitely not a good fight there, though. Gotta remember my movement's pretty weak. I can't move people around too far. I'm just gonna stick with my original plan. It's fine. There you go. 64 XP on the first turn. And we could technically dance her to get another one if you really want to go crazy. Alright, let's just set this one up. Totally easy. Actually, I might have put Mince in range of the axe guy with a bow. Oh, right, but he can I'm not going to canto, though. I kind of want him to stay there. Yeah, he'll probably get hit. But you can free trade that. I can fix that easy now. Okay, so how do I want to do this? We want finish. We could get a dance off. This guy will go for Riker. One, two, three, four, five. We could dance. After the kill, what's the point? There's no... Honestly, this doesn't really matter. Let's just get out of here. I'm trying to like optimize the number of refreshes we get, but there's like there's very low value here. Let's just speed this up a little bit. That's good. And now... I almost wouldn't mind luring up into the forest these guys. They just have iron swords and iron axes, so sword would be just fine. There's also a bishop in here that can snipe us, or monk, I guess, technically. And that's a range 1 to 3, so probably good to remember that. Could attack, but not the best choice, I don't think. So given the range, I don't really want to be in that forest. Let's... Getting all caught up here. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have a huge reason for this. I'm going to see if I can turn this guy into a boat. Get him in his high mobility mode for next turn. And... I'm going to equip my axe. And then swarp him out into safety, and then move over but stay out of range of the bishop. 1, 2, 3, safe. And then Oriana can't heal or anything. I don't want her to get attacked. Oh. Tower's still in range. Alright, that's funny. Can't dance him again. I mean, I could just... Does she have an iron sword? Yeah, she'll be fine. I actually don't think he'll attack her because she's got weapon triangle advantage. Hey, Castlevania music. Well, in theory, we were supposed to take 8 damage there that would be auto-healed on the start of our turn, but turns out we just get lucky and dodge. Good job, Riker. I'm sure someone's already like, man, Riker's amazing. How could you say he's one of the worst units that you've got? He's just... I don't know. I don't think he scales as well with that poor strength growth. Alright, no problem. No need to over-strategize here. So yeah, we got some reinforcements coming up after us. That's no big deal, though. We got a little javelin guy and a house to loot. We could just heavy spear him. Yeah, might as well. One use. It's cheap. A little bit of Kanto. We'll get the item. Red roofs mean loot, right? That's the rule. If you take this, will you leave me alone? I'd be disappointed if you sold it. I put effort into making it, you know? Well, sure. You just crafted some healing potion. Yeah, elixirs are great, right? Full health. 5 times. Or you sell it. Make lots of money. Classic early game Fire Emblem strategy. Well, we probably have a setup for Gecko, maybe. Ooh. Ooh, not really. She's still pretty weak. Gotta get those level ups. Well, I mean, technically I could have her attack, dance her, and attack again. She's just as long as she survives. Eh, she'll be fine. Let's feed everything to the Gecko. Is it smart? I don't know. This should give her a free refresh, because now she'll get the kill. And a first level up. Come on, Gecko. No strength on the first level, but literally every other stat. It's unfortunate, because strength is the one she really needs to start killing, but it's okay. Alright, so it's just 2 guys, nothing else within range, so we could probably tackle everything else in this area. Probably want to make sure the bishop is dead, or the monk is dead, because it covers too much of the central map. I don't have a lot of great ranged attacks. I could technically switch spaces with him. I mean, I've already used one of my switches, but I could do another if I can't think of a better way. I mean, we could just break the wall. So Ellery's not going to be able to do anything this turn. Unless I start, like, pushing and swarping with her or something. So let's get the talk and the heal. You're looking a bit pale. We'll be out of here soon. I'm sorry, Captain. I'm not as brave as I thought I was. She just killed, like, 3 guys. That's nothing to be sorry about. People rarely are. These people, I've known them my entire life. I thought I really hated them. But not enough. Not enough for this. Part of the fault is mine. I didn't consider how you'd feel. Don't force yourself. Thanks, but I'll be alright. I can't be brave now. If I can't be brave now, I won't be brave in the future. Admirable attitude. No need to keep everything inside. I'm here to listen. Well, let's heal her up. She's a little bit too weak to not get healed. Have a potion. Alright, so not a very good refreshing turn. I think... How strong is this wall? I mean, it's just exactly the right amount of damage. Might as well. Alright, then can we just go kill this mage? Not quite. We can definitely kill it. It's just, I mean, I could steal the treasure. I can shoot it with a bow or an axe. No way to range. I could waste one of my 4 shots. Yeah, we're actually quite low on ranged attacks at the moment. I could push someone, maybe. He needs 2 steps closer. My only unit that can easily get there. And I already did my dance, so... Unfortunate. Is there any way to boost Mince's damage a little bit extra? Probably not. Well, it's fine. I was trying to think of a way of saving my... Oh. She'll probably be okay. Actually, I'll tell you what. I'm also pretty sure she gets protected when Tower is adjacent to her. So he does some... I forget how his skill works, honestly. Let me double check. Adjacent enemies can't dodge. Oh, that doesn't work. He needs to be here or whatever. One more down, and then if they attack her, like I said, I always have a hard time getting his to work. It's just fiddly. Well, How much damage we do here? That's just definitely a kill. It's definitely a kill. Looks like Oriana might be getting that kill, or I just have to shoot him with kind of a waste of my one of my powder blasts. That's fine. I could have still swarped Gecko to safety there, but kill this guy. That's the main thing. And then technically Oriana can also get the chest out of the way. Rescue staff, very nice. And Lindros didn't really get to do anything, but that's okay. Yeah, she's strong enough to take a hit at least, as long as she's not doubled. Okay, she got that weapon rank already. Good start. Now she can use slightly better swords. Alright, draw some cavalry towards us. What's that commotion? I've heard some ragtag band of scoundrels has stolen from the village. The villagers are preparing to apprehend them. How disgraceful. As upstanding adventurers, it is our duty to help the common folk. Yeah, you tell them, Blaine. And perhaps share in a bit of the loot afterwards. We're all right behind you, Blaine. Let's get this happening. Let us depart as allies of justice. The blind swordsman. Alright, well, we'll go deal with him in a minute. At the inn. Well, we could send Riker back to kill this guy. It'd be, unless he can Canto, which... Oh no, he's fine. He'll take a shot from the archer, but 18 damage isn't gonna instantly kill him. I mean, it's not helping. Let's focus on this group first, because this is where things are a little bit more hectic. I think if I have Tower heal her, she kills this guy, and then that opens up space to move through. Yeah, that's probably fine. I'm not gonna plan out every single step in advance. It's a little bit too much fiddly for me. I kind of like to just sometimes, you know, I just want to wing it, right? Just trust in my gut. Yeah. Don't do the math in advance. It's too much work. Just reload when you mess up. Alright. We could technically get a nice refresh there if we wanted. Actually, this might be a good time to lunge. It's going to be a bit hard to get to this guy. So if I move down, switch spaces. Wow, yeah, the range on that is insane. It's kind of too far. It's like deadlily. The distance is so much it puts Lindros in like a bad spot. He could. I don't think it'd be safe to go after the archer. No, I'd put him in range of 2 attacks. That's probably too much. We'll worry about our Pegasus in a second here. So this... I'll save my decision there for Lindros for just a second. Yeah, I was trying to get another refresh off. Might be a bit tricky to get it exactly the way I'm thinking. 19 damage. It's a kill. Don't I have... We don't have to Powder Blast. We could just... Yeah, might as well. We got a Halberd. Might as well use it. Saves me a turn. Don't have to think about it. No double attacks. No. Okay. And then... We still have our dance. I feel like Ellery's not going to have a great turn, but that's okay. Alright, Mince. Yeah, strength, skill, luck, defense. Good stuff. So I think we'll be out of range of everything down here. Yeah, we're fine. We're not in any huge threat. Feed some more kills to our villager. And I guess we could do a little bit of healing. Not sure if there's a way to turn off healing animations, but not other attack animations for one unit. Like, I know you can do it per unit, but... You know, free XP, right? Sort of. That's a good Ellery level up. Oh, there is shops. I mean, we could have a look at what's in for sale. So we only got 4 grand, but we can already buy javelins. I definitely want some javelins. Longbows are nice. I don't have enough money to buy much, but I can buy some javelins. I don't know if there's any hand axes. They don't seem to sell them here. How many people use? We've got Riker and we've got Ellery, who would both definitely like a javelin. Let's buy 2 of those for sure. And then I'll think about what else I want to spend my money on. I'll look at the other shop before I spend my last little chunk of money. Money is pretty tight. Alright, do I want to move to the left here? Yeah, I think we'll be fine. There's nothing else to reinforce, so... As long as we get the kill here... Oh, wait, never mind. It's a... Yeah, my bad. It's the other way. So what I want to do then is use the Pegasus to lure this guy into attack. So I put her here. She can't be arrowed, but she'll beat the axe guy. Yeah, that'll be fine. And I'll just keep Riker there for support bonus. Yeah, that's fine. The weapon triangle hit rate bonuses are just so huge. If you know you have weapon triangle advantage and you have an agile high avoid unit, it's like dodge tanking is always risky, but definitely possible. Some more uncouth folk are impeding our way. What's the worst they could do? Kill us? I mean, yeah. Status staves. 1 turn. I wonder what that means. Maybe someone's gonna get silenced. So yeah, some adventurers. We got a sword guy, thug, Blaine, the man, the legend, the Blaine. Seriously, who is he? So we got this guy with the steel blade. We got some sort of cleric. We got some kind of journeyman and some kind of recruit. Some kind of young adventuring party. Alright, let's deal with this archer. It's actually not quite enough, but actually, so this is where the support bonus would have been enough. I would have done 4 more damage if I was attacking from the right. So, tiny little mistake there. Or I'm just giving experience to Raylan. Don't want to put in range of anybody just yet. But that opens up access to that red house. Okay. Alright, so those 2 are doing just fine. Let's focus on the next batch. We are technically in range. So this is where my ship would be great. Can we hit them from here? Oh yeah. Because this is going to hit 4... Well, it's going to hit the target and then 3 others with the 33%. Stand aside, you are no match for my blades. Well, how about cannon fire from a land boat? So just with that, he's already injured and his friends are down to maybe being one shot. I don't think she can do it on her own, but no, she's totally dead if I send her in there. Well, you know, there's a half 50-50. Should I... He's got a movement speed, right? Yeah, he moves. It's more overlapping with other units that's the problem here. I want to bring them a bit closer, so I definitely want to lunge, my last lunge here, on one of the ones that's maybe a little bit harder to get to bring him to the rest of the group, and then let Lindros just finish someone off. Is that safe? Maybe the tree? Actually, the tree looks pretty safe. Yeah. Although it's 1 range, but I think... Oh, we could fireball him. Oh, it's so good. I have to do it because this does another AoE on all his friends. All right, Lindros, you got this. Your cheap magics will not save you from my blades. I sure do fear the power of your blade as I blast you from a safe distance. Oddly enough, not what I'm doing. Then come, show me this power you're so proud of. He is the hero of legend. The man, the myth, the... Oh, he's dead. Not even I could handle the weight of the blade. So edgy. Thanks for level up. Magic? Skill? Speed? Luck? Resistance? Good level. Alright. And... Oh, right. I keep thinking it's... Yeah. When I said earlier that you could just hit the boss 3 times and drop him to 1, that was bad math. It's 33% of their current HP, so 2 times gives them about halfway. But it still works, it's just not quite as crazy. Well, I do want Gecko to get some kills if I can. Easy. But then we can't really attack this one without some risk. No, it's fine. What I'll do is... It would also be nice to get rid of the silence wizard before they start silencing us. Maybe I'll go for that one? Yeah. I was planning on swarping after I attack to get her back to safety. Yeah, this should work. I'm also not using Ellery's refresh much again, but this should work out. I should be able to dance someone to get the spear girl, and this gets rid of... Oh. So much for that plan. Okay, we're gonna back up strat. Is... None of this works. Never mind. Okay. Had an idea. Failed. This is why you do the math. If you're a hardcore Fire Emblemer, you do all the math in advance and make sure your strategies will work. Well, we can still dance somebody. The only one we really need to kill is this spear girl, I suppose. And even then, it's not the end of the world, but... I guess Lindros might be silenced. I'm not sure how the math works. I don't know if there's like an... It probably has a chance to avoid it. Maybe. I'm not sure how the mechanics work in this game. Or... what do I do? Oh no, we can still kill them both because we get a free attack after Oriana, so we just gotta... Okay, I'm gonna swarp Ellery closer. That might not have been quite right. Actually, she can take a javelin out. Okay, hold on. We're getting real fancy here. I got a plan. I'm actually not sure if she does enough damage, but I can't really test it. Let's get an idea for how close she is. I think a javelin can't be 5 less damage than an iron lance. I couldn't imagine. Okay. This isn't a kill, but she's gonna get another attack. Probably. Unless I mess this all up. And she gets a level up anyway, so that's good. That's a really bad Gecko level, though. Reset. I wish you were just a little bit closer there, Mince. It's unfortunate. You can't be pushed. You can be shoved. All right. Oriana is very strong. Okay. This is so silly. All right. I hope this works. Because I bought that javelin, right? So now I can attack from here. It does do enough damage. My not math worked. And then because she gets a kill, surprise, everyone's refreshed. It's a pretty good game, right? It's pretty good. We can swarp Gecko to safety if we need to. I don't think Gecko will refresh herself this time, but that's okay. Nobody gets silenced. Yeah. These guys don't actually move. Those two are done. Well, we'll test out if anyone can kill here. 20 is not enough. 16 is definitely not enough. Well, to be honest, what's one Iron Axe attack going to do against Gecko? Probably nothing. So I'm not actually that worried. Maybe we try to... Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, we can deal with this. Yeah, most of these units in the bottom right corner are going to move, so... It's a bit silly, but yeah, let's... How do I want to do that? That's a really weak attack. I think... Do I trust Lindros there? Because I'd like to lure these guys off. Like, if I don't move anyone in their square, in their range, they'll just stay there and make my life a little miserable. I'm a tiny bit worried about taking 2 hits, but I think we'll be okay. I mean, Mince has like 0. Well, this is what I was going to do. So we're going to Swarp, and then Kanto, and then I can get the talk out of the way. So there are... Actually, no, this is fine. This guy will come at us. I mean, I should probably have equipped his axe, so we can do that as well. So this is a classic old school trick. You just use a friend to switch their equipped weapon. You're no mage, but you're able to bend space to your will. Do you possess some powerful artifact? I sure do. It's this handy ring, which I was given by a mysterious woman. It's fine to keep your secrets. That lie's a bit ridiculous. I'm not joking. Is this the face of a man that would lie? Don't answer that. When I was younger, I helped a lost bard out of a deadly forest. In return, she asked me if I had a wish. Hey, I think I heard this one before. Marianne's bedtime tales? Oh, shush. Anyway, I was a pretty plump child, so I told her I wanted to be faster than my friends. Oh, come on now. You just witnessed the Talking Dead, the Walking Dead, a talking sword. The Talking Dead and a walking sword, legitimately. Yet my tale is too ridiculous. The unbelievable part is that someone would, simply hand over something like that. Who knows? I've always been found myself to be a lucky man. It's a bit like genealogy when Arden just walks around until he gets a ring from a random stranger by the lake or something. A little bit like that. Anyway, let's just keep going. We're almost an hour into this video. I gotta wrap this one up. Alright, Mince, you'll be fine. Let's just speed these up a little. Most of the hard part is certainly done by now. The enemies are coming to us, which makes my life a little easier. We could probably get another good explosion this way. Or we could Horse Slayer the horse. What would be better? Nah, the AoE is too good. I could technically get away with both with good positioning. Minimum range. This is okay, though. A bit of extra damage. And then... So ideally, I want to maybe kill this guy with Ellery from the right. Refresh that. Or from the top, maybe we can get more. If I can figure it out. We're going to be a little low on... Yeah. No, we'll be... It's just too free. Like, whenever you get a one-shot kill with Gecko, especially at low levels, she needs the XP to grow to get stronger, and then it doesn't cost her anything because she gets another turn, you know? It's just too convenient. It's another one-shot. You know what? I'll just take the one-shots. Yeah, making it look easy, right? Like I mapped it all out. Oh, I should have not done that. Well, I was thinking Eller would get this kill, but, actually, you know what? Maybe she can. Oh, that's real bad. Never mind. Yeah, Finian is a double weapon triangle, including the negative proc. So she actually can't kill that guy. At least not safely. Oops. What about this guy? Oh, they're both axes. Okay. Slightly mix up here. We'll get him real low. Although maybe from lower so we can... A little bit more mobility next turn. Do we bet on Ellery with 4 damage? I mean, 84% with 2 RNs is pretty reliable. Not perfect, but... Okay, that'll work. And then... That guy's not moving. This guy would move, but can't attack at 2 range. The boss doesn't move, so it's actually pretty safe to start chipping away the armor guy. Or... Oh, I guess he's got a short axe. He does get a counter. Oof. Oh, I forgot about these two. I think what we'll do here is get a free round. We don't need the healing, but this might as well count as a free refresh. And then... Yeah, that's free. I might go for the support bonus just for funsies. Not that you gain support points, it just, you know, adds to the flavor, I suppose. Yeah, Riker's doing a good job. Come on, strength. Give it to me. Yes! Alright, that's what he needs. Alright, we'll probably go to the house next turn. I mean, he did get, technically he was so strong because he gets plus 10 attack. Thanks to the, like, the ley lines are really good on him, for sure. Alright, well. I haven't danced anyone yet, have I? I can't remember if there's an easy way to tell if you've already danced. Well, you can just find out. Yeah, it's easy. Can't get to the house. We could get onto the refresh and go. There's also some treasure to pick up. Don't let me forget. Also need to visit the inn. But we gotta deal with this guy first. So, I mean, Oriana could kill him. That's fine. You know what? This is fine. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do this because it's a lot of counterattack, but he might miss. It's possible. Of course. But he's still safe, and we can probably just heal him up with more, here anyway. Would we want to lure this guy over? I mean, might as well, I guess. We're not trying to do, like, low turn count or anything, but... Make sure he's got Iron Axe equipped. Although I think it just takes the highest weapon. It doesn't include staves when you're dealing with counterattacks. I think. I don't think having the heal staff in the top stops him from countering. Alright, and then... I can... still dance. We can't get Gecko that far. What I was gonna find out... Oh yeah, we can move on the water. That's nice too. Yeah, I'm gonna see if there's... Like, the problem is I can't test this attack out until I... Because I want to see how strong he would be not as a boat. But I can't find out until I exit, and that kind of locks my turn in. It's exactly what we need. The mathening. I wonder if it's scripted. Nah, because there's random growths. You have no idea. But still. Really bad level up for Pomelo. That's unfortunate. His growths aren't amazing, but that sucks. Okay, well, we're looking good. We're looking good. Let's just do some minor busy work. My clients still aren't back yet. A rowdy lot, but they pay well. If you see someone called Blaine and his lot, call them back for me, will you? Their dinner's ready. Now, where could that girl be? I wonder if you're supposed to send... I should try sending Gecko in there, because that might be the girl that they're looking for. I'll let somebody... maybe I'll let Mintz go check out the house, and I'll just get this crate while I'm here. We are already over an hour, so I'm trying to speed the end up here so I don't have to cut this video in half. Okay, this should be fine. Tower is just great at luring enemies over to their death. It appears the action has gotten intense. I must make haste. Big Bird will attack your units. Locust will not. They also happen to be one of the few enemy units with skills. There we go. There we go. Free heals, even though it was just level up HP. So, Locust, first time, I mean, the only time we'll see that. So you might notice something right off the bat. I hope you noticed. Weird that they only have 2 hit points. I could have sworn there was someone standing right here. Maybe I didn't get enough sleep. A thief. So yeah, they got a cool skill called Miracle. So they always survive 1 hit and then die. I definitely did not notice that the first time. On the other hand, we've got Big Bird. Incredibly large fellow who must have spent a fortune on red paint. Can't hit the broadside of a barn. And he's a brigand with axes. And his ability is, he just regenerates basically at every turn. But very low resistance. Very low. Well, actually, hit rate isn't even that bad in the way this works. Like, sometimes iron axes have like 55% hit rate. Not in this one. I wouldn't be surprised if Raylan could just take him on her own, but it's possible she'd get hit for big damage, but actually, if Riker was in range, it'd be +2, so she would do 24 damage, and I think it'd be minus 10% on his accuracy or something like that. It's not quite enough. Okay, how do I want to tackle this? Well, Pomelo can just zoom right over. Very nice. Gecko can't make it really under any circumstances, so I'll just have her move. Could technically like push someone or shove, but this will be fine. Let's get this house out of the way. I didn't go to the shop up here either, but probably not that important. We'll do it at the end. If you'll do me a favor, stab that old bastard well and good. Don't tell anyone I saw you. I think he doesn't like the mayor. Anyway, Wing Piercer. It's not a flyer slayer, but it is triple damage to flyers. So if you find some enemy wyverns, you know, that'll get the job done. Alright, how I want to do this. We could just... Boss doesn't move. Other boss does move, but can't get up. Could probably just... Oh, 1 damage shy. Dang. Halberd will get it done. Is he hand-axed? Yeah. On the other hand, we could just deal with these guys right now. That's pretty safe. 22% hit rate's not much. We've got the heavy spear. Alright, we'll use the 2 new units for what they're specifically built for. They seem like they're really designed for this. And this lets Pomelo help with the other side of the map if he needs to. I could use the Rondell Dagger and there'd be no risk of a counter, but 12% might as well be nothing. Alright, look at these 2. They're doing pretty good. That's a pretty garbage level up, though. But that's what we get. I guess maybe the way to think about these 2 is they're a good combo and they're synergized well and their skills are solid. But they're mostly... They hit their max pretty early on, you know? They don't grow into anything. So we could go for like a javelin kill refresh, for sure, if there was a reason to do that. We have to hit Locust twice. If I move Tower out of the way... Tower just isn't all that valuable. I'll just let him go heal up. Yeah, I mean, he got a level up. Good for him. Don't need Fireball here. This won't kill, even though it looks like it will. No thieves allowed in my side of town. Sorry, I'm thinking. This is fine. Ding. Yeah, we got it. We're good. She only needs to do 1 damage. Alright, there we go. Got that strength point finally. Hopefully she's got good strength growths. You know, it's all just random luck. I tried to give her that extra 5% chance, but as long as her strength keeps up, she'll be totally fine. 100%. This is probably not a safe move. Technically, I could end turn here, and it would be okay, but... I don't know. Has she danced? She has not danced. So we can actually move her a lot further with some trickery here. Yeah, you're going to get Raiden again. We'll dance him. Not even really to refresh him specifically, but it lets her get to the house on this turn. So fast. I love the dancer. It's like so much fun. Eek, bandit! Brigands! How incredibly rude, hmm? What's this? Well, looks like he didn't really need it that much. Fortune cookie. Just gives you some luck. Almost about as useful as expected. Honestly, +3 luck's not bad. Alright, and then do I want to... They're within range. Do I have bullets left? I got 1 shot left. Sure, why not? A little bit of chip damage. Halt, scoundrels! You are not a match for me, the Great Dur. Ow. Yeah. Yeah, that AoE is so much fun. I love it. Oh, wow. Yeah, we could probably kill him. Is it it's an escape map, so technically, or not even 7 damage? Yeah, that's enough. So Lindros might take another hit here. Probably will, but he'll survive it, so that's all that matters. Technically, I could have lunged, but that... Oh. No, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Calculate it. I'm actually going to use the frying... I haven't used the frying pan yet. She's safer with the frying pan. What are you doing with that, you worm? Plus, she has some dialogue with him, I think. When I'm done with this, I'll give you a lesson you won't regret. I'm not afraid of you anymore. You're just some brute. Come closer and say that again. Well, literally killed by frying pan crit. Defeated by you. Ow. I can't believe it. I really killed him. Feels nice for her to get revenge anyway. Wasn't really planned out, but hey, it worked. Oh, he just left. Well, I hope he didn't have any items. Bad blood breeds bad blood. What is more proof than you? I'm leaving this damn place to never hear this again. She was nothing but some... Don't you speak about my mother? Alright, well, he hit her. He's not going to double, right? Yeah. It's going to be really sad if he just kills her instantly. Alright. If Burn did have something that was worth getting, then my apologies. Alright, we are way out of position here. If everyone needs to escape, then we need to speed this up a little bit. I suppose Gecko might be able to finish the job with a little bit of help, seeing as this guy seems to be pretty angry for her. He's using a steel sword, so he's kind of completely susceptible to ranged attacks. Oh, well, that's a bit too strong. Classic. It might be hard to set up a kill for her. Yeah. I'll check a couple. 8? Can she do 8 damage? No, she can do 7. Okay, actually, there's a way. There's a way. I see. We're going to get support bonus. We're going to go Iron Sword. Actually, maybe Rondell? Yeah. That'll be exactly. And then we don't have to worry about counter. Bandits, thieves, scoundrels, you'll get your due. Although it's kind of a waste of one use of the Rondell, but that's okay. More frying pan kills. I'll see you in hell, Gecko. Ah, I killed him. I love it when there's extra dialogue for specific units getting the boss kill. It's one of my favorite Fire Emblem things. Hey, look at that. That's a pretty good level up. Alright. Let's do a little bit of healing on the way out, but basically done here. How many turns does that take? 7? I mean, we got 13 turns normally. Now, I didn't send Gecko here. I didn't check the shop either. I could still do it. Not this turn very easily, but... I'm thinking... Okay, I'm gonna put a save here, because it might just be a waste of time, but... I can get her over there pretty fast. I'll just leave Oriana to dance her back. And of course, almost every map has something like this happen. What's that coming down the road? Oh no. Yeah, we need to leave. There's almost always something to pressure you to move, which is okay. Oh, Gecko, you look horrible, dear. What have you been doing? I'm sorry, Miss Rosemary, but I've finally found my way out. You found a ship? Oh, dearie me, don't go foolishly trusting outsiders. You won't know where you'll end up. Wherever it goes, it just got to be better than here. I suppose if it's his crew. Poor dear, you really deserve better than this place. Don't forget about this old lady, will you? I won't. Thanks for everything. I don't think I could have made it without you. Oh, it's nothing, dear. I only did what I could. I can't do much for you anymore, but here's something for the road. Oh, thanks. Some stew. Sounds like Final Fantasy Tactics or something in the music there for the inn. Hearty stew. +1 strength. I'm not sure if I got that the first time I played. Might have missed the little dialogue there. I don't think I'm going to worry about the shop. I pretty much guarantee that there's nothing all that unique there, so we'll get it next. We'll figure it out. Let's just start moving people out. We're not going to stick around. You might be able to grind a little bit of bonus XP if you fought reinforcements. They probably are infinite, I'm going to guess. And after turn 13, they don't reward you with any experience, so you really only get the benefit until then. So we'll see what they are if they show up. Oh, that's a lot of spiders. Could we kill them? That's a lot. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we could kill a couple, but I don't know about like 7. So let's just get out of here. Honestly, not a bad map. Hopefully we didn't miss anything. Yeah, there's this weird guy that shows up. We did see him in one of the cutscenes. Maurice, an old friend from my days at the Royal Court, doesn't know it yet, but I'm due to be collecting a lot of debt from him. Executioner. Swords and magic. He does have a cool ability, though. Blade Beam. He's got a +3 range to his weapons. So if you did stand up there, you get zapped, but he doesn't really partake in this fight. He's just watching. Weird eye missing guy. In fact, if you keep track of eyes, boy, there's a lot of things. A lot of portraits with weird eyes. Anyway, let's get out of here. I hope I didn't miss anything too important on that map, but I think I got the main stuff. That's the rest of them. What a mess. Thanks for the save, Captain. The first good news in a while. Are you unharmed? Got knocked around a bit, but nothing serious. Damn cowards sneak up on me. Made me miss out on a whole fight. I should have sent you on the expedition instead. Then at least someone would have had a good time. I figured you were some runaway noble heir, but you had a bit of a fight despite your scrawny frame. It wasn't much. A life-threatening situation would do that to a person. Captain, bit of bad news. Seems some of those villagers made off with our supplies. As long as we got the secret compartment, we're golden. We can just resupply when we land on the coast. Pomelo, please don't tell me what you're going to say. You're going to say what I think you're going to say. Yeah. I was wondering why there was so much banging around the ship. How much of my stuff is gone? Almost all of it. I'm sorry. Deep breaths, deep breaths. My condolences, but I hear from the villagers that you guys made the haul of a lifetime. So a net positive? A haul of a lifetime. Yeah, there's no money. You brats. Look what has happened in the time you were frolicking in the fields. We're really sorry, Mr. Tower, but I don't think there's much we could have done. There were too many of them. I don't expect you to have prevented the ship from being taken, but you shirked your duties. What if Yvette had been hurt? Or worse. Or Yvette, probably. Could you two bear that responsibility? We're really sorry, boss. Yeah, we'll take responsibility for anything that comes up. And that's going to help. No need to be so harsh on them. We couldn't have predicted such an outcome ourselves. That's why we left so few behind. What use is there blaming them now? Fine, as long as this never happens again. I'll overlook it. Now, put in some extra effort to understand. Yes, Mr. Tower. Thanks, Miss Oriana. I'm getting soft. What would you have done? Beat them upside the head? Yes. Why, if this was Valen's crew, I would have... That's just the thing. This isn't Valen's crew. We got some ragtag team and a half-baked plan. Time's running out. We gotta play the hand we're dealt. You don't need to tell me that. Today's expedition was a disaster. If even Valen's crew couldn't make it into the workshop, are we just sending all these people to their deaths? You don't have to feel responsible. These people came aboard because they valued the reward greater than the risk. That's how it is with fledgling adventurers. They think they understand, but that's why they perish in waves. But there is a difference. They have us. I wish I had your confidence. You're right, this is an inevitable undertaking for us, with the crew or without. I cannot accept defeat before we've begun. That's more like it. We will succeed. There can be no alternate outcome. Yeah, we'll learn a little bit more about Tower and Oriana for sure. They're pretty key players. I feel like early on we get a lot of dialogue with all the different characters quite regularly, but as time goes on, there's just so many people. There's only so much screen time for everybody. But I think the mod does, or the hack does a pretty good job generally showcasing all the units, giving them some personality and stuff. There's some nice, I don't want to spoil too much, but there's some nice, there's not really the support system for dialogues like the classic Game Boy Advance ones, but there's lots of sort of chapters where you talk to your crew, which is very much like Shining Force or something, which is pretty cool. Anyway, that's another chapter. I get the feeling these episodes are just going to be long. I was thinking about whether I wanted to cut chapters into parts, and I think for this Let's Play, I'm just being a little lazy / efficient, ? I think I'm just going to let the chapters go as long as they go. I mean, if they're like 2 hours or longer, we'll see. That might be a little bit crazy, but I think there's some value having these episodes just contain the entire chapter. But I mean, chapter 2 already took over an hour, so we'll see how long this lasts. Once they start getting crazy long, I don't know if I want 5-hour videos, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see. Some people like it. Anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed. Getting just warmed up here a little bit in the early game, but it's going to start heating up pretty quick. So see you guys next time. Hope you've enjoyed, and have a great day.